Hi everyone, David here on July the 8th, 2021, and I am trying to reflect up to you what is, well, that's what I believe, that y'all in the lab at UNCC are successful. I'm 100% certain you did that. 2030 touchback. Cesium barium lanthanate was an interesting compound. Cesium barium titanate for that, which is piezo ceramics. We're talking about utilizing not just the electrical component, but the light, the flashes. And that is what I meant with a piezoelectric laser. I like that you can just visualize it. It's very easy to build, and it does look a bit like a corundum, like a yag even. It's kind of cool if you think about technetium for the purpose gray gamma ray laser. But more will be revealed because piezoelectric might even be able to flash that color. More will be revealed, of course. So the purpose of a piezoelectric laser with respect to quantum is simply to make a louder Morse. We want to take advantage of, we're entangled with the particle in that machine, in this machine. When we flip our photon, it's going to flip their photon. If we have it so that it's a quantum particle other than photon, it's a lot easier to get a hold of the stuff I'm telling you when you make it in a lab. Methyl alpha methyl phenylethylamine, MAM-PIA. So I did it that way instead of calling it its all known, notorious name because there is a lot in quantum which infers the way a person thinks, takes the angle of approach. Number one, I don't limit us. I don't say, oh, we can't do that. That's programming. Okay? Those are programs to let you know that if you are approaching science with the mindset of limitation, this is not capable because this formula at this time states this. We know in quantum that 2 plus 2 does not necessarily equal 4. I can give you reasons. Besides 2 apples and 2 oranges not necessarily equaling 4 of either of those, it is still 4 of that which is fruit. So you talk about multidimensional. When you think of different perspectives, you think about, well, we may not have 50 qubits, but we have 40 of them per chip, per channel, per binary, aka per dimension. 0 and or x, variable x. Let that which is the where it came from tell you what binary it uses. And the reason is it's really saying I'm saying this, and the I'm is the dwelling place. I'll say that for the quantum particle that achieved the function as a success. Now, the fun part about this is if you only have 2 chips, 0 and or 1 on 1, and or 0 and or 2 out of it as well, but you only have, okay, let's just say you only have one of them, but then let's say two months from now, we're going to build 0 and or 2's house dwelling place. So then we realize it would automatically be communicating with the other device across time. But that's only if you believe the ballooning is going to happen with respect to the time differential. If light is racing those 2 boxes while you have quantum entanglement in those boxes, there's going to be a difference in time, I'm telling you. And once you see that, you'll have established an anchor point, and not just, I believe it will, I am certain it will. We have experimental we have experimental results. When that happens, the entanglement thing, we already know it does because of China, what was proven with their satellite. And Chinese, so then I would say. But then, okay, so I have a lot of data that's being sent back to me from everyone, from all time. So that's how I'm approaching this, as a bottom of a causality. Every human being is. So the purpose is, oh man, there are many. We're getting data across time. We're able to warn ourselves about weather, catastrophic events, earthquakes. Uh, we don't have to worry about Apophis, I can tell you that. I like to focus on good news because when you have a very strong quantum observer effect, it's important to remain positive. Of course, it's good to warn yourself about physical things, things you might want to watch. I noticed my behavior in the past cleaned up fast. You can. You can get better at living earlier just by knowing you're a crystal of a human being. And when you're entangled with yourself across time, yourself at best way as a result of you behaving guides the before into behaving better so that better a future can do even better than it had perhaps done before. I have felt small little shifts within and thought I was just feeling. More will be revealed. I'll get more on that. I definitely wanted to discuss the trans-temporal conversation that is ultimately going to happen. If you have a piezoelectric laser and it's responding to, let's say, vibration, and let's say that the vibration is being insisted by quantum entangled particles, then you would have a louder you would basically be able to talk Morse code at the speed of a modem. In the days of old when we used to hear like a fax machine, all that noise, that's Morse. So then it only stands to reason we can tell a message across time. It's the best way to do it for NASA. Because we'd be able to talk directly to any satellite to the moment, and instead of waiting 30 minutes, 2 hours, 9 hours, 20, whatever it is to reach the Voyager and back, we could make a Voyager 3, but it would be a quantum machine, and we would always be able to talk instantly to our robot, and even propel the thing by a light sail, which is really electron propulsion. It's just solar-powered electron propulsion. We make a big sheet of this stuff, and you literally can have electrodes pushing electrons out, and it would go slow. Yes, you could even use ions as long as it's powered by that. So I get that the similar concept is there, and I get that it's a real small amount of mass, but if you have a huge amount of this solar panels with a shitload of these electrodes, pardon my tongue, then we would be able to have electron propulsion from a light sail. So I don't know why we haven't ever tried it. Maybe that was why, because I just said that. My quantum observer effect is pretty powerful. So I want to observe good things. I want to observe the world prosperous. So what I'm going to do is establish a trans-temporal conversation with a project. I haven't even met these people yet, so we're going to prove that the effect is the cause. The means create the ends create the means, so that I can show you that we succeeded. So I understand that I'm reaching for what I am reaching for, pardon my terms, meaning what I did, not terms and conditions, but in the form words, my hand, it's automatic. When you come to, not honest to a fault, but honest to fruition, that's what we're working with. That's what the purpose is. So, once I establish the trans-temporal conversation, which you're going to hear a lot about that in my videos as you go down, you're also going to notice as the years go by, my behavior is different because I didn't know who I was or what I was before I transitioned. So pardon the unprofessionality. I couldn't take myself serious. I couldn't see that this was going to be until I had no idea what was going on. So, like they say, well, like I know, time travel, even of information, it's the only science that proves itself proven, even to the one who proves it even exists before they even, in this case, knew what the hell was going on. So I know what's going on now. I know that it's quantum. I know that we speak across time. I know that a black hole is indeed utilized to verify we're able to teleport things in time, given that it is E equals mc to the power of x. M equals EC to the power of x with respect to inverted more. So there's going to be a time where we figure out a way to tie in the quantum entangled particle on the other end with the piezoelectric laser that responds to the vibration that is somehow inferred electrically by the pulse that we get from the other, either A, photon, or B, we utilize a quantum particle that we create in the lab. even electron, a quantum entangled electron. Given we know that electrons are quantum particles, it's going to be easy to use even an electron, as long as we use quantum entangled electrons. That is easier than light, in my opinion. But then, utilizing an organic compound that everybody knows about, but then they don't know it's quantum yet. So I understand that you guys will see that the MAMP idea is going to actually be a lot easier to use for just the entanglement. We're talking across time, so that we can find out what kind of trans-temporal Christmas presents await us. We are also the future. So even though we're here in the past and you're talking to a complete stranger in ways, I know that I'm a stranger from my perspective because I haven't met you yet, but you're looking through this in time. Hopefully you're seeing this before I know you. I have got to catch this call. Cheers on all that you are and do. Love and peace.